then when you're confident and like...
A good-looking guy, yeah.
I'm still good looking.
No, I didn't mean that.
Oh, she said what she was thinking. Uh-oh. Wait, what did she say? Hello, I'm Wilko, and welcome back to MAFS UK Rehashed. We're up to episode 2. All right, so coming up, some stuff is getting hot and heavy at the honeymoon.
You weren't sort of looks-wise what I was expecting.
We're going to get to that at the end of this episode, so do not go anywhere. First, it's time to meet some new blushing brides and grooms. We're going to meet Grace because she's extroverted, but she's also highly strung, which is going to make her great viewing for reality TV.
Huge feminist, big into equality. We haven't achieved it yet.
Oh, that's probably why she took such offense to the whole pink jobs, blue jobs saga. Well, she loves her girlies and, ooh, with a look like this. Look at her turning this look. I hope she does actually wear white high heels with black ankle socks during her wedding. Side note, while she was doing her one-on-one with an expert, Grace was meeting 2 shillings. And did anyone else notice this that was going on? Wow, look at these specs. They would look big even on my humongous head. It's like she's doing everything she can to remind us that she's Australian, you know what I mean? But you don't need to go as far as to look like Dame Edna Everage. Grace does seem like she really wants love, which is super sweet. I'm just a little bit worried about genuine people on this show. The producers seem to treat the genuine ones the worst. Like, is she going to be coupled like for an actual match or for a total mess? Whoa, 2 shillings at it again. Look at these shoulders. Oh, I'm actually a little bit jealous I don't get to wear it. And that's your rule of thumb, Mel. If I want to wear it, you shouldn't be wearing it. All right, so Grace has been scientifically, the scientists with the white coats, or the big frilly shoulder pads. She has been matched scientifically with Ashley. You know, the guy who has a nervous belly. Let's hope it's not too nervous down the end of that aisle. Oh, he's also the guy who loves neediness, like giving and receiving neediness. I don't know if Grace is for neediness. Bad science already.
I feel like I'm a gentleman. Well, I was made to be by my mother. I think she raised me right.
But you know what? This actually might be a good match. I know. I hate to be optimistic considering the purview of this show, but I don't know, maybe there's a genuine connection that could be formed here. What am I saying?
I've got my house, I've got my son. I'm at the stage in my life where the only thing I don't really have is someone to share it with.
Okay, so he's a daddy, so let's hope that Grace is cool with a procreator. It's always a tricky one when an instant family is there. And even on the day, Grace is feeling the right vibe. Look what her shirt says. It's giving wife. As Ashley makes his way down the aisle, Grace's friends are truly thirsty for the big Welshman.
I can see it.
But I don't know how much Grace is going to want to sip this guy. Oh, no. I shouldn't put it like that. I'm sorry. Oh, I love a turnaround. Oh, he seems happy. And she...
I wouldn't say he's my type. I'm feeling no instant spark.
Grace is really putting on a show for for everybody, for both the families. She's just doing a little routine. She seems less interested in her TV husband.
When she's nervous, she is like joke after joke after joke after joke. I don't necessarily think that's a good thing.
Oh no, not another one. Oh no, not another one. We've got ourselves another curious case of the missing spark. Where could it possibly be? All these people, they seem to think that they're going to get this spark instantly. And maybe it's because the producers sort of beat it up and say, wow, you would not believe the guy that we've got for you. Oh, I cannot wait for you to meet the guy that we've got for you. And then she sees the guy and she's like, wow, he's fine. But Grace, let go a little bit. He's a cute guy and he's got a great Welsh accent. As Grace looks at Ashley during his vows, she looks so dissatisfied with the science that has been thrust upon her. And we quickly learn that she has no poker face.
With your very first kiss.
I can offer a cheek. I do not.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Well, at least it's not a high five. Here I was thinking, because he's only had like a couple of relationships and he said he was quite picky, I thought that he would be the one who was too hard to please. And yet I'm surprised at every turn on this show, in the wrong ways, but still surprised. It seems quite obvious to me why Grace is single. She's living in her head. She's like overthinking every little thing, where you've just got to like go with the flow and see what happens.
I just don't know how I feel. I don't want to do this, sorry.
It's absolutely fine. This initial spark isn't there.
I don't know what to say. It's a lot.
The photo shoot is even more awkward than Dean and Sarah, and that's really saying something. And she can't even focus when he's telling great stories about the big ships. The great big ships that he builds.
It's so awkward.
There, it's fine.
Maybe like let's not. Is that fine? Okay.
And now, after this, I think Ashley is feeling it. Like, he knows that she is just not that into him. And I don't think the reaction is about him specifically. I think she just had this sort of build up in her head and nothing was going to meet it. You know what I mean? Like, nothing was going to live up to it. It's like when you go to a fancy restaurant. Yes, I'm going to compare this relationship to food too. You go to a fancy restaurant. At the end of it, you're like, nah, you know what I mean? Like, I thought it was going to be better. I tucked into the dish and I was like, sure, it's a bit tasty, but I thought it was going to be better because we're paying so much money for it. And also, to add to Grace's icky feelings that she has about Ashley, or just the situation as a whole.
My father's very old school.
Old
and
school
then
in what way?
I was raised like men are the breadwinners, so I was kind of raised that way.
Why is it that you feel the man has to be the breadwinner?
Like old school morals.
God, here we go.
Yeah, that's not going to win her over here, is it? Tell her that you want to be a stay-at-home daddy. You know what I mean? Like, that she might be into because that's really flipping the gender roles, but of which she doesn't believe in. Anytime that Ashley says old-fashioned values, all of the women in Grace's circle dry up.
A man that isn't a feminist probably isn't a person for Grace.
Oh, stop saying old school, mate. You are not helping your cause. Just stop. Do not say old school. Don't say gentleman. Don't say classic. Don't say old-fashioned. Don't say old school. None of that. So it seems like he's just a good guy who wants to be on an equal playing field with his partner and wants to care for her, but also be cared for, but it be equal. It's not like he expects her to be barefoot pregnant in the kitchen. He just doesn't really fully understand what a feminist is, and that's okay. You know, he should probably, like, you know, open his eyes a little bit, but still, it's not like he's a bad guy. I do hate/love it when family and friends go for people on this show. Like, they really sort of go for one particular thing and they're not going to let it go, even though it could just be a tiny thing. Like, you don't really know this guy off one conversation.
Yeah, but then it's that like teaching thing, isn't it? It's like, oh God, I'm going to have to bring you up to speed with like really basic issues.
When he said, I want to be the breadwinner and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Although it made us all go a bit like this, it can be nuanced a little bit, and although it makes you initially recoil, he is really lovely.
See, and now I think that she's just trying to find any reason to chuck this guy in the bin. She's saying things like she wanted it to be really, really easy, but like, what relationship in the world is really, really easy? They all take some degree of work, and I agree. You're not here to train a man. I totally agree with that. But you've got to get to know him first before you need to know what bits and pieces he needs to learn. Just needs to YouTube some things just to open his mind a little bit. He builds ships. I don't know how much he's thinking about the feminist agenda. At the end of this wedding, I'm thinking it doesn't really matter how well Ashley can build a ship. You know, this one's still gonna sink, I think. Oh, that's good stuff. Couldn't write it any better. Let's get to our next scientific match. It is Nellie, and she is being paired with Stephen. Her parents, who she loves and they love each other, they had an arranged marriage, and she thinks that she's going to do the same thing. But I'm not so sure it's the same thing because, you know, their families probably had their best interests at heart, but I don't know about the producers at E4. Still, I'm happy to be proven wrong. She wants a tall man. Tick. Stephen's pretty tall.
Love a man that can tower over me. The taller the better. Let me climb that man like a tree.
Okay, well, if you're a climber, I think we've got an investment banker with your name on him. He's a Geordie, that's pretty fun. He is also, though, an ex-footballer, and that could come with a bit of a cliche reputation with it. That tied with him being an investment banker. I don't know, it's all a little bit red flag-ish. It's a tingy flag at the moment.
It's slightly obnoxious, they're know-it-alls, they're up themselves. It's not the case.
As always, we can't judge too quickly, and by all accounts, from what we can see in this narrative, he seems like a good dad.
You remember when you were 2 and you used to strip off naked?
I'm confident in myself, even at 2 years of age.
And for Nellie's sake, let's hope he's still inclined to do a nudie run here and there as an adult, hey? As a fully grown man. If they happen to catch it on camera, I don't think we'd complain. So here are where the scientists are going. Stephen has never cheated, okay? That is, he's never cheated on anyone before. And with Nellie's past, maybe that will make her feel more comfortable with someone who is like faithful, because she's, you know, had people who've had an aversion to being faithful in the past. Let's just hope he's not a massive banker. You got it.
She wants somebody to be really obsessed with her, just be infatuated with her.
I've never really understood that, the whole, like, I want someone to be obsessed with me. I want someone to be absolutely and utterly obsessed with me. I never really got that. Like, I don't really want anyone to be obsessed with me. Sure, love me, accept me for who I am, but obsession, I don't know. Every time I think of obsession and someone who's obsessed with someone, I think of that movie Swim Fan. Oh, shit, I should watch that this weekend. Do you remember the movie Swim Fan? If you do, chuck it in the comments below. Underrated classic. No one has ever called it a classic, but I will. At the wedding, Nellie makes a grand entrance. Oh, the turnaround.
Oh, wow.
Oh, he seems very happy
Amazing.
with this.
Hi. You all right? Nervous?
Yes, are you?
Nice to meet you. Don't be nervous at all. What an entrance. What an entrance that is.
Well, there you go. He loves it. He fancies the whole thing. And Nellie is absolutely feeling him because she can barely tilt her head up enough to make eye contact with him. That's how tall he is. She's going to have to climb him just to smooch him on the mouth. Tickety, tick, tick, tick. What excellent science. Oh, and they actually seal it with a kiss, not a high five. Not a cheek smooch, an actual real-life grown-up kiss, even though she had to apologize to Dad because, his eyes were obviously going to burn out of his skull after seeing such disgusting behavior in front of him. There is always a roadblock when you have kids on these shows. I don't know why. Because I do know why, because people are matched and they say that they don't mind that someone has kids and then it turns out that they do. It's like when someone says, I don't care what they look like as long as they're a great person, and it turns out they really do care what they look like. Actually, side note, some of Nellie's friends found out before Nellie that he is a baby daddy and they just kept it to themselves, and I just want to applaud that. That's really great. Because it wasn't for you to tell her, and you could have been messy about it, and maybe it would have been good for the television program, but you didn't. And that's actually really good. When Nellie finds out anyway, she's like, okay, whatever. As long as you're not a shit human, who cares? You're a dad. That's fine. We'll deal with it. And I love that energy.
So I think so far, a match made in heaven.
As promised, the Honeymoons is really where it's at for this episode. The PDA between David and Keye is really on a high, but they tell us that absolutely nothing happened.
Kissed a lot. Nothing happened. I promise you, nothing happened.
When they say nothing, well, a lot of kissing happened, so some stuff happened. Now, I'm not sure if this is the editing or not, but it seems like David is struggling a little bit with Keya's energy.
He has a lot of energy. He's 110 at all times.
Like even on Safari when he has to be just a little bit quiet.
All I want to do is scream and shout and let it all out.
It seems like Keya's a real screamer, and like he might be, I don't know. David even has to cover his mouth because of how much of a screamer he is.
I keep having to cover his mouth or tell him, Keye.
But on Safari, it's not such a good quality. Maybe later back in the room, but not right now. And they're both on board with waiting for that intimacy, even though, guys, the kissing is still considered intimacy. But I know what you mean, the sexual part. They're going to wait for that bit. David is just not so happy with the whole innuendo stuff. So I'm assuming David is not going to be a fan of this channel.
Do you want to see a rhino's horn? Is it the horn you're excited about?
Stop it. Yeah.
Side note, when I was about 12 for Christmas, my grandparents got me a pair of satin boxers that had a rhino on the front that said, "Morning, I'm horny." That was given to a 12-year-old. Now I think back on that, that's slightly inappropriate, but still fun. Fun from Nan and Pop.
Everything has to be an innuendo or a joke. I just don't need it to be all the time. I need deeper. I just need deeper.
Oh, I need deeper. Oh, jeez, there's a joke there, but because I don't want to upset David anymore, I'm just going to leave it, okay? I'll push that joke down. Keye does show some vulnerability, which is really nice, and David seems to really, really like it. And it's good. They seem like maybe this is a good match. They're on the right track. If, Keye can bring it down a little bit and just sort of, get past that excitement, that initial, energy. He does say that he's high energy all the time, and David can maybe sort of, I don't know, not be so... He seems a little bit stiff. Oh, God. Well, you'd hope so. Okay. Good on Keye for being open and honest, and I'm liking so far where this relationship is going, because generally when gays are represented on shows like this, it doesn't end well. Speaking of not ending well, let's talk about Sarah and Dean, who got married in the last episode and who are also on their honeymoon, which looks like a stunning location. And Dean just cannot keep it in his pants. I'm not talking about his little rhino. I'm talking about his raps and his singing.
Dane does keep randomly outbursting into raps or songs.
Yeah, she wants all of the raps and the songs and the all of that. Anything creative that's a bit of fun, Sarah wants that in the bin. Even during a Pilates, Dean is on. He is on. In fact, maybe Dean and Keye could be a good match if it doesn't work out with David. Just energy-wise.
I feel very vulnerable. I guess this is a girl's view quite a lot of the time.
Okay, well, we do the next move.
Well, I just didn't expect that from Dean. Sarah is at least open with him about what her usual type is, and her usual type is arsehole. We've all been there. God, we went... Does every single person go through an arsehole phase? Are you watching this and you're like, oh no, Wilko, I met the right one straight away. We've all dated an arsehole. Come on. And when Dean explains his era with him being an arsehole, which was him being thinner and sort of caring about his like physique a lot more and also wearing a bit of guyliner.
I was a completely different person. I wasn't the nicest to girls. I would like not reply sometimes. And I just wasn't someone my nan would be proud of, innit? And I was like, I'm not myself. I was like, I just want to be myself.
It seems like Sarah's more interested in that guy. Who's that guy? She's like, oh, really? Oh, wow. Who's that guy? Show me photos. Is he single? Like when he was describing it, she seemed very interested. You know, maybe sans the guy lighter.
I've always been bigger. And when you're confident and fat, it's cute. You know, it's funny, it's nice. But then when you're confident and like...
A good-looking guy, yeah.
I'm still good looking.
No, I didn't mean that.
Whoa, that is rough. Oh, shit. The filter between what she's thinking and what is coming out the gob hole. It's not catching the things that she's thinking about Dean right now. I also love, and I don't know if you noticed this, that Sarah started a conversation of like, what are the things about me that you find annoying? You know, what are things that ick you out? Like, what do you not like about me? She started that conversation so that she could then tell him the things that ick her out. A la rapping, singing spontaneously. And he just takes it all in his stride when she says it. You know what I mean? He's not offended by any of it. He's like, yeah, I've heard this before. This is not the first time. Like, maybe I should date Dean. It's going to be awkward because I've got a partner already, but still, it's a king bed.
Yeah, happy.
See?
Happy. See, hallelujah.
No, I don't do that.
No more singing. Okay? You know she doesn't like it. It just irritates her. And I think it irritates her because she's not into you. If she was into you sexually, I think she would forgo, any of her feelings about your raps and your singing. Like, she probably wouldn't like it, but she'd be like, well, he's a little bit, corny, but he's really hot and mean to me. Sarah goes on to explain that she actually moves a lot quicker normally. And the reason she's probably not moving as quick is because this guy's being friend-zoned hard.
Have you ever been with anyone big or anything? What's your usual type and stuff like that?
Have I been with
anyone who's like bigger or anything like that? Yeah.
No, I have to admit that, no. Mm-mm.
If you hear that you're not someone's type, that has left me feeling deflated.
Oh, I do like how vulnerable he's being, you know what I mean? Like he's really putting himself out there. And now I fear that his walls are going to go up. And here's the problem. When you sit there and you envision who you're going to be with, I just think, look, I'm all for manifesting. It's never worked for me. But if you want to manifest, go for it. If you can visualize things and make them happen in your life, I just don't think you can do it with people. I think this is what's happening with Grace too, is that she has this expectation and it's so out of reach. And maybe it's not even high expectations. It's very specific things that people can't fulfill because no one person can tick all your boxes. That's ridiculous. Before we go though, a look at the next episode.
Get some tattoos and lose some weight.
No, she doesn't say that. Did she say that to him? Well, this season is firing up. If you've come this far, you've got to let me know because you are now part of the, bring it in, All the Way Club. Yeah, so you and I have just gone all the way. How was it for you? 5 stars. If they ask you about this video, you say 5 stars. Commenting below as you watch the videos really do help. And remember, if you want the episode sooner, you become a member. All those things really help the channel. And if you want to give thanks, you can through YouTube, or you can go to rehash.com.au to donate. And I really do mean this. Any donation can really help because your boy is just doing this at the moment. So if you want to help out, if you like the videos, that would really help me out because money does buy happiness. Oh yeah, if you've gone all the way, you need to put a comment below to prove that you have. Actually, this bit really caught my eye and I forgot to add it to the rehash. So this is what I want to prove that you watched all the way. I need you to write dazzle.
It's called a dazzle of zebras.
Gay. Yeah.
Because I never knew that a group of zebras, or zebras, however you want to say it, are called a dazzle. I think that guy might have been lying to us. Is that real? Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of Rehashed, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.